Alright guys, so we're back, and we're back at the demographics screen, so you can kind of see we've started to slip a little bit in some of these categories. We're fourth in land now, we were number one. We're fourth in soldiers. I'm not too worried about land right now because as soon as we get another base out there, we'll skyrocket up. We're actually not that far behind. I'd say they probably don't even have another base, the leaders here. They probably just have a little bit more culture going on than us, and have found a couple more tiles here. The soldiers is what kind of concerns me. If we have 11,000, we have 2 units right now, and we're average, and they have 17,000. That probably means they have 3 units at least, which isn't a huge deal right now. We're only 1 unit behind, and we're building an archer, so we should be back in the race in a second here. But we definitely don't want to let this slip anymore. Even though it's still kind of early game, you don't want to fall behind with your army. So let's close that. I've also added the single player score list over here, and you can see we're kind of at a low score right now, but everyone's pretty close. There's one that's at 49 here, but I think we'll catch up relatively quickly. We just need to start focusing. I mean, once we get this extra citizen here, that's going to push us up quite a bit, I think. And once we kind of get off our feet, the early game is kind of slow, but once you start getting multiple cities, you pick up pretty quick. So yeah, let's go ahead and take the next turn, see what's going to happen here. And of course their archers are firing on us, but since we were in the forest there, oh, we're not even, we're dead last for happiness, so well, I guess that happens. But yeah, since we were in the forest and on a hill here, we didn't take that much damage at all, so that's okay. I still don't think we can take that out, and I don't want to really risk it. The only problem being the more turns that we wait, the more units they're going to be able to push out, so maybe we should push our advantage here. That auto advance unit thing is a little bit annoying, and we might have to turn that off. Actually, I'll show you where to turn that off right now. Options, auto cycle units, accept. So now it won't just jump to the next guy, because that can be very annoying if you're trying to do combat. Let's head over this way. Okay, good. We now know that there's incense over here. We know that there's a city-state right there. And there's some runes right there, so let's try to get to those runes. Oh, they're actually out of turns, even though it looks like they're not. 3 citizens. Let's see where they're working. And you can see now we have 4 tiles to choose from with the culture, but they are now working up there and here and here. So those are the tiles we want to focus on improving. And 32 turns till the next expansion. 3 until we get our archers, so. Yeah, that's not good. But that is. Let's go ahead and get this first. You've received 20 faith. I'm not real sure what faith does right now, so we'll just count that as a win, I guess. 15 faith is a minimum required to found the next religious pantheon. You must do it before there is an enhanced religion in the game.
I have some information that may be of use.
So apparently we can't do anything right there, and you can see one of the advisors came up, but I completely ignored her, so there's stone there, though. That's actually really good. Let's adopt the policy, though. This will give us a free settler, and this will make the workers go faster. I'm actually more interested in the free settler. We'll definitely get that next, but that free settler is going to be very, very useful to us. And I think we're going to go ahead and put it... if I put it here, that doesn't really... because we know we want to put one here to hit as many of these resources as we can. Which, I mean, honestly, the only problem I have with just directly moving that over there is I don't want it to get hit by one of those barbarians, which it looks like they're right here. They could have another one, though. It's kind of, that was a terrible start location. But yeah, let's go over here. Can we win? Doesn't look like it. Let's start healing up here. Hopefully we'll heal more than they can do damage. We'll see next turn. I think you heal for 10. If they continue doing 12 damage, then we're going to have to fall back. But we'll see. And those guys are out of turn, so let's go next turn. So we should have a slight advantage here considering we're on a hill and they're in a plains.
I have some information that may be of use.
Okay. Don't remind me again. We now know how to make a pantheon. And let's take a look. So, what do we want? That would actually be pretty nice. This would definitely be nice. Any city with more than 3. We don't have anything on the sea, so that's not really good. Let's see. Plus 30% increase in ranged combat strength. That would be nice if we were getting attacked a lot at our cities. But, and this would be nice if we were going to produce a bunch of wonders, which I don't know that we're going to, so. Culture from plantations. We know that we're going to have a bunch of plantations around us. Plus 1 happiness from cities on rivers. Plus 1 food for each banana, citrus, and wheat. There is a lot of citrus around here, so maybe that's a good one. I think that is what we should choose. I do like this one as well, but I think I'd rather have the extra food, so let's go with that. So now we should get an extra food next turn from anything that has citrus on it, or bananas, but we haven't found any bananas or wheat. I think there might be some wheat somewhere over here. Thought I saw some. Maybe it's down here. Yeah, there's wheat, so that might come in handy. Let's go take a look at what happened to our warrior up here. So we're actually at lower health than we were. So I think what we need to do is fall back. Let's fall back to there. That way they can't hit us with their archers. And hopefully we'll be able to heal up. Can we actually take these guys out? Probably not. Let's just keep moving. And next turn? Not quite yet. Let's keep moving this way. Definitely going to go by the rule of, since this is a pretty valuable unit, we definitely don't want them to use all their moves and get trapped somewhere. But I think we're going to actually try to put them right here. That's a really good place for a city. So if we can get them over there, that would be nice. And you can see we've kind of moved up just by doing that. A couple of turns here, we've moved halfway up the list. And now we have our archers, so we are in good shape. Let's see, do we want a granary? We probably do. Another settler would be nice, but I think we should focus on a granary first. Let's get our archer out and go handle things down this way. Those guys are pretty insistent. Let's just fortify. That way we'll get a bonus because we're still on a hill, so it's going to hurt them to attack us. And let's take a look at these guys. They're not moving in on us, so we will fortify, try to build up our strength again, because they're not going to heal. So we can kind of take our time here. And keep moving this way. Hopefully there's not a barbarian camp right here or right there, because that would really, really not be a very good thing. And you can see it's recommending where we should put a city. It's not recommending there, but we're going to do that anyways, because we know that this is a good place for a city. The game kind of doesn't, but we're going to do it. Let's move there. That way there's no chance of them attacking us. We want to get the advantage here and attack them before they can attack us. So our plantation is finished, which is very nice. Now we'll start. We can't improve this yet because we don't have trapping. Right? Is that an accurate statement? Yeah, we need trapping for that, trapping for this, but we could build a plantation here. So let's go ahead and move there and start building our plantation. Now you might be wondering why I'm not building roads yet. I'm going to wait until we actually have another city to start building roads. There's much more important things for our workers to be doing. So go next turn here. You can see we're kind of jumping around in the score list. Everyone's really close, so it's not really a concern just yet. Let's move here. That way they can't just start marching in on our warrior or our workers. The other thing though is we can hit them with our archers, which is very nice. So, and they can't do anything. So there we go. But our main focus with these archers is still to get down and take out this barbarian camp. We'll get up on this hill, and that means we only really have one more space to go to get to where we want to place our city, which is right there. Hopefully, yeah, it's not going to interfere with that one. You have to be at least 4 spaces away from the nearest city to build, so I was kind of concerned about that, but I think we're okay. Apparently one of our units still needs orders. Oh, we want a plantation there. There we go. Thanks for reminding me, game. That would have been bad.
Thou shalt not muzzle the
Okay,
ox.
so we've got animal husbandry. Doesn't really do too much. It does reveal horses on the map, which I'm not seeing. There's some up there, so that makes that kind of strategically important. Especially since one of our main units is a horse unit. Let's see if there's any other horses that we can see on the map right now. Not looking too promising. So, oh, there's some right there. So maybe we'll put a city up here as well. It's pretty close to Istanbul, but whatever. Now we could fire on them with our city. I think it's a better idea to fire on them with our archers, only because we'll get experience that way. That's saying that we're not going to kill them, so let's see if there's a better option. Maybe if we use these guys, will that kill them? Maybe not. How about that? Apparently that won't kill them either, so we'll fire first. And then we'll swoop in and attack. Not the best unit for an attack, but we'll do what we need to. And there we go. So they got some experience out of that. You never want to really deal the killing blow with the city unless you have to, because you won't get any experience. So this is telling us about the trade caravans, which I don't know that we could build yet. We'll have to look at the city and see if that's a possibility. Settler, settler, settler. No, we can't. So thanks. Oh, actually we can. No available land trade routes. Well then, so it would be pointless right now. But thanks for recommending it anyways. That's nice of you, game. So, but we'll focus on that a little bit later. Let's keep moving in here. We should be able to get to there. Apparently not. What is... Oh, that's considered forest. I thought that was a grassland plain, but okay. Whatever, we'll move to there next turn and then be able to take that out. Let's go ahead and look over here. Keep moving our settler. I'm thinking that right about there is where we want to build this. Here or there, but I don't want to build it on top of the deer, so... And that might be too close to there, so let's build this city. Oh, they're out of moves. Next turn, you'll build a city. And that should skyrocket us up in here, having a second city already. Yep, look at that. Now we're at the top all of a sudden. So, choose production. We are going to go with, let's see, probably wouldn't be a bad thing to get a granary here. It also wouldn't be a bad thing to have a worker. Let's do a worker. That way, when it grows, they'll hopefully take that square. And, yeah. So we'll see. These guys need to fortify. Don't want them running around exploring with no health. Move there. We're still in a pretty defensible position here because we're in the forest and we'll be able to bombard these guys. Another option would be to go to this forest and bombard them, but I don't feel like going that far away. And I think that's still a pretty decent place to attack from. I doubt that they'll come out and attack us. So Cape Town is targeting a nearby encampment, which find on map. So basically, if we take out this encampment, we're going to get some favoritism with Cape Town, which is fantastic since we're going to take them out anyways. So, do some bombard damage. They'll lose a couple troops, we'll gain some XP, but not take any losses. That's the way we like it. So, apparently we didn't have too much we could do that turn, basically because all the rest of our units are healing. So, let's go ahead and go to the next one. Okay. Again. Do some bombard damage. We'll get some more XP, they'll lose units. And that's really all we could do. Now, these guys should be healed this turn, so we should be able to... Oh, they're actually moving in. Yeah, see, that's why we need to take that out, because now they're just... Well, that's not good, but... I wonder if it would be better to let them attack us. Yeah, I think we should go for the attack. Because then they're probably going to attack us next turn anyways, but at least we'll be defending in a forest, so... Okay, so they finished the granary here. Now they only have 3 turns until they expand. I am going to go with another worker for now. It would be very nice to have another worker. But actually, we're building one over here, aren't we? That's 21 turns away. Maybe we should build... Let's do another archer real quick. And then what we'll do from there is hopefully we'll get a settler. Because things are starting to get kind of heated around us. So we definitely want to have an army to support that. We don't want to be relying on a single archery unit for everything. So that guy will be dead next turn. Then we'll take that base. Let's see who else needs... they need orders. Let's go ahead and march up there and see what's all the way up there. Okay, that actually is finished. We can't build mines just yet. So, and we can't do trapping just yet, can we? Nope, no trapping yet. So, let's see. I guess we could start working on a road over to our other base. That's going to take a while, though. But since we can't do mines, or, I mean, all we could really do is construct a farm, which, I mean, that's not going to be very effective right now. it's not going to be the best thing we could do, considering we're already making all this food off these citrus farm here. So, all right, let's go ahead and we'll do a route 2. Ooh, I know there's a way to route 2. Maybe you have to be out here though to do it. Yeah, construct a road. I'm pretty sure there's a route 2 option. Oh, we cannot build roads yet because we don't have the wheel. Well, that changes things. I guess what we do is build a farm. There's not really too much else we can do. That's one of the reasons that having a worker real early isn't the greatest, because like I said, they don't have any improvements they can actually work on. So okay, so they are trying to loop around. We have got to take out that barbarian encampment. I really hope that archer's still not there, which doesn't look like they are, so this might work to our benefit. Hopefully he doesn't move back in this next turn. This should be it for this one though. And next turn we should be able to move in on that. So our archers were promoted. I'm going to take barrage, because like I said, usually you're going to be, most of your attacks are going to be in fortified areas. We'll get that. We get 30 gold, plus Cape Town is friends with us now, so that's good. It's definitely a good thing, not a terrible thing at all. So let's head over here, see if there's any barbarians stirring up over in this area, and we'll try to take these guys out. I don't think it's going to happen unless we get super lucky. Yeah, of course, there's still one left there, but I don't think they can kill us with what they have showing on the map right now. So, and we'll just keep exploring. There's gold over there. That makes things very interesting. Maybe putting a base right here to get these horses, the truffles, and the gold would not be such a bad thing. Even though there is tundra up here, and other than these strategic resources, well, they aren't technically. That's a strategic resource. The other two are luxury. But other than that, that's kind of a desolate area. It's not as bad as desert, but it's definitely not a great thing. Yeah, I guess build a farm. That's really all we can do right now, and I don't want to waste you for a whole bunch of turns. Okay, unit promotion. So we can do medic wouldn't be a bad thing, but we have no units in the adjacent tiles. We probably just want to do drill 2 and then kill his base here. There we go. So now he won't be producing any more units. He very well might kill us this turn though. We do have drill 2, so we should have a 15% bonus for fighting in this forest. And they're kind of on open land. It's going to be close though. He might actually kill us. We'll see. Oh wow, this area is extremely rich in resources, so that complicates things. I think we're going to have to explore a little bit more to find out exactly where we want to put this. If we put a base right here with 3, when it's fully grown, you should be able to get the horses, which there's only 2 horses there, so that's not huge. But it should be able to get the horses, and it should be able to get all these other luxury resources here. So I'm thinking that would be a really good place to put a base. And probably do one more turn here, guys. Oh, here we go. We'll see what happens. Can this one guy... Oh, he totally held him off. Oh, good for him. Good for him. Alright, you definitely need to fortify. I don't know if that's going to be enough to do it, though. He doesn't really have a choice. If he moves, there could be the archery unit right up there. He won't be any better off, so just fortify. Hopefully you'll live. If not, you've served us very well. Okay, so we're on the coast here. Next turn. See what happens. Here comes the barbarians. Are they going to try it? They didn't. Well, fantastic. Now we have the slight advantage here because we're healing. So, and okay, so we finished our other archer here. Definitely want to get a settler. Yeah, I'm definitely going to start working on another settler since we found all these resources here. And 7 turns is not bad for a settler. We are going to move an archery unit up here just in case there's a barbarian camp. We want to be ready for it. And at this point in the game, archers are one of the best units to have to take out barbarians. They'll take some heavy losses if you let the barbarians get to you, but because they can bombard 2 tiles away, if you play your cards right, they'll never get to you. So let's go right there because that's really the only place we can go. Wow, there's just so many resources around here. Unfortunately, there's all these mountains here which can't be worked at all. But the amount of luxuries, resources, and everything make this, I mean, it's too good to pass up. So, alright, we got to get them out of there because there's no way for them to move anywhere else. But, yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I guess next episode we're going to get this villager probably produced, get up here and snag some of these resources because that will come in very handy. We'll have the wheel in 1 turn. We'll be able to start connecting our bases, which means we'll be able to start trading resources. Our citrus will then be available for our second base here. And there's also some fish over here that we need to hook up. Yeah, so we're going to need this other worker pretty quick. We have 377 gold, so we might actually be able to speed a worker out of one of our bases, which might not be a horrible idea. So, but that's going to be next time, guys. Until then, I'll see you then.